Welcome to Techstination. Joining us is Fabien Marescaux, the product manager for the Quechua line at Decathlon. Thank you for joining us, Fabien.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Well, you've designed a new tent there that's designed to be up in 2 seconds. Tell me about it.
Yeah, that was really something we wanted to do because previously we developed, it's been several years that we are developing tent, and 15 years we have launched the first pop-up tent that was popping up like in 2 seconds. But what we wanted to do is to continue and to work on a product that can be easily set up in 2 seconds, but also that can be folded very quickly too. That was really a purpose, because most of the time the people, especially the ones that are not very used with camping products, they are very afraid about, okay, how long will it take to set up the tent? How long will it take to fold the tent? And that was really our obsession and what we wanted to work on. So
the name of this tent is what?
So the name is called 2 Seconds Easy, because it's even easier than taking 2 seconds to set up.
So it's the 2 Second Easy tent. Now, pop-up tents, which you developed, they're terrific. They go up really fast, but a lot of people sometimes, I suppose, struggle getting them folded back together. There's a technique, I know, but it's been problematic.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things. Once you get the technique, it's very easy to do, but some people they're really struggling, especially if you do it only once or twice a year. You can forget, and there is like different moment that you have to do. So during these past 15 years, we try to improve the way of folding it. So we added some clips, like red clip to the red clip, yellow clip to the yellow clip. So to be sure that everybody managed to do it, but sometimes it can take a bit of time. So that's why we wanted to continue to still have a very easy setup and making the folding very, very simple. So now with our new 2 Second Easy tent, we just have to push on 2 buttons, in fact. So it's really simple. You push on 2 buttons and then your tent is ready to be put back in the carry bag. So this is really something we focus on also, make it easy to fold.
Well, let's try to describe this for the listeners, how it goes up and how it goes back down, and what the process is, because you've really engineered a unique system here, lots of innovation.
Yeah, so we start like more than 6 years ago thinking about different structure, and 4 years ago we identify one structure that can make sense. So if I have to simplify it for those who are listening, you can imagine 2 umbrellas facing one to each other. And to open and close the umbrellas, if you want to open, you just pull on the rope, and if you want to close the umbrella, you push on a button. So these 2 umbrellas facing one to each other seems very simple when I say it like that. You just have to push on the button to make them to close the product, and you just have to pull a rope to set up. And so that's the basic idea. Then we have 4 years of development to make a real tent that is windproof, that's waterproof, that have inner tent and a fly sheet and so on and so on. So that's that was the most tricky part. Once you have identified the structure, you just have to put everything come together to make a product that could be suitable for outdoor use.
And this is shipping in August, but people can get online now for the pre-sale?
Yeah, exactly. So starting from now, we have the pre-sale, and it will be shipped in August for US customer.
And the price is $199, which seems pretty good for this kind of innovation in a tent. Very often companies mark up the prices quite a bit when they come out with something new like this with the engineering. But that's part of the philosophy at Decathlon?
Yeah, it's exactly the philosophy of Decathlon. Our goal is to make accessible the sport for many people. And our target as product designer, product manager is like, how can I make a very good product with an affordable price to make people enjoy as much as we do living in the outdoors. So that was really the purpose, and the purpose of Decathlon overall, and also for sure with all our products. We are trying to be both innovative, because on this product we have like 2 patents, and also to be affordable and accessible in terms of price.
Tell me about the roominess. This is designed to be a two-person tent. Sometimes doesn't work out too easily when companies call a tent a two-person. That it's pretty cramped. What have you done here?
So the target for us was to do a 2-person tent, a pretty comfortable 2-person tent. So I know sometimes the standards in US and in Europe are a bit different for sure, but what we wanted to do is like an inner tent with enough space for 2 persons. So the size is 57 inch by 81 inch in terms of for the footprint, the ground sheet. So it makes 2 person pretty comfortable. But there's one thing that was very, very important for us because nevertheless are the size of the footprint of the ground sheet that you have. If the walls are very inclined, in fact, you lose a lot of space and you feel very stuffy inside and you don't feel that much comfortable. So on the what is really interesting on this tent is that all the walls are pretty straight. So you really have a big volume that you can live in it. So that was also one of our big topic.
A smart move, and it's designed to be more or less a 2-season tent. It's not designed for cold weather, right?
Yes, it's much more designed for warm weather and like spring and summer, because we don't focus on keeping warmth inside. At the opposite, we really focus on make it cooler during a very hot days. So that's why we have the Fresh and Black fabric. So this is the name of the patented fabric we have for Decathlon worldwide, and this is a 4-layer fabric that brings darkness inside the tent, so you can sleep longer in the morning, and also much more decrease of warmth because we have a layer that blocks sun rays and that remove part of the warmth of the sun rays.
And how would you deal with condensation and such that you often get overnight in a tent?
So the condensation is managed by the fact that it's a 2-layer tent. So you have an inner tent and a fly sheet. And we worked a lot on all the ventilation flows because to reduce the condensation, you have you have to really focus on the condensation on the airflow that goes through the tent to decrease the difference of temperature. And we also really focus on having the inner tent pretty far away from the fly sheet to avoid any touching and not having any wet any drops inside the tent.
And having 2 doors can be a help there too, in a couple of ways, I suppose.
Yeah, sure. The 2 doors was nearly mandatory because the way the tent is designed, if you only have 1 door, if you are 2 people sleeping, if one has to go up at night, for example, he has to go over his mate, so it's not that easy. So we wanted to have really 2 doors, 2 entry. Each one can have his own entry and is like autonomous. And with these 2 doors, you can also adapt the airflow that you want through the tent. You can open it partly, completely, and manage also if it's very hot outside. We can manage that, either condensation or very hot weather.
Well, if our listeners could see where you are, they'd be as jealous as I am. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we are pretty lucky. So because Decathlon was born in north of France, but 30 years ago, they decided, because we were developing different kind of product, but we decided to move headquarters of each brand close to the place where people are practicing. So I'm really lucky because I'm now working for all the mountain brands, for Quechua, which is one of the mountain brands of Decathlon. And we are just based at the foot of the Mont Blanc. So we are like 20 kilometers away from Chamonix in the French Alps, which is like Mecca for alpinism, ski, hiking, and also backpacking, hiking, and camping. So we are really, really happy to be there. We have a wonderful design center with more than 400 people working there to design products for mountain activities. So that's really for us. It's a real pleasure.
Absolutely terrific. Any thoughts about the global market right now for products like this, for outdoor products, with what we're dealing with around the world with this pandemic?
Yeah, it's been a tough year for us, but depending on the countries, the people they are reacting differently. We've seen some countries. It depends on how far away you are from the end of the pandemic, or at least to the decrease of the pandemic. But we see also that people they want more and more to go out. Some of them has been stuck inside their house and flat for a long time, and so they want to enjoy and go outside, and even maybe because before they were not doing camping, but having the opportunity to go out of a tiny place, it's really important. So we see more and more people like newcomers wanted to try camping, which was not always their first thought at the beginning. But we have interesting like that, and at the same time, depending on the place where you are a bit afraid. Are the campsite open? Should I be able to do absolutely whatever I want? So just like in middle of something. So we are living day by day. We're trying to see what's going on, but it really depends where you are. The place, like for example, in China, they really once they get unlocked, they really went a lot outside. In Europe, it depends on the countries, but like for example, in France, where we are, people are still wondering, will I be able to do what I want to do during the summer? So it's a bit stable for the moment.
And I can see that you're social distancing. All I see in the background is a mountain. So it's beautiful. Yeah. So where is it that people can go to get more information and maybe to pre-order?
So all the information is on Decathlon.com. You can find all the information for the pre-order, for the prices, and also for all the technical details and specs. So you will find everything on there.
Wonderful. Fabien Marescaux, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thank you very much, Fred. It's been a pleasure for me to talk with you. And wish you a nice summer doing camping, and maybe see you soon.
Cooking with the power of the sun. Hi, I'm Fred Fishkin, here to tell you about the latest innovation from my friend Patrick Sherwin and his great team at GoSun Stove. The GoSun Fusion has arrived using the company's tried and true reflectors and a solar vacuum tube to get you cooking without the mess of charcoal, heavy propane tanks, or smoke. A really bright idea. And with an optional solar panel and battery storage and the ability to plug in at home or on the road, you really can use the GoSun Fusion to cook anytime and anywhere, day or night, rain or shine. I love what Patrick and his team are doing, and so will you. Want to learn more? Head to gosun.co to check out all of the company's products and innovations, and use the code Techstination to save 10%. That's gosun.co.